Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, and you thought the Joker's smile was menacing. Well, he ain't got anything on this one. Tonight's movie, Smile.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! Triskaidekaphilia! Yes. And tonight, I thought, we've done some movies from the past, like always, and we always love our movies from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, but I thought, you know what? As I always do on these 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, I do try to mix in a little bit of the more contemporary things. So tonight I am reviewing a movie that came out last year, and that movie is Smile. Yes, Smile. What is Smile all about? Well, it is about a doctor who is a therapist, a psychologist, if you will, who had a patient who came to her suffering from visions, delusions about a sinister being that, well, smiles at her. Yes, but it's not a happy smile. No, it's a sinister smile. A smile that holds behind it an ill intent, a malevolence, if you will. Yes, a maniacal, evil smile, yes. And it's been driving her insane. Of course, this patient had witnessed a suicide previous, and so the doctor is thinking that this is probably trauma because of that. But lo and behold, right before her eyes, her patient smiles at her and then cuts her own throat. Of course, the doctor now is quite disturbed by this situation, and all of a sudden, as the time progresses, she starts hearing things, seeing the smile, seeing people do things that they weren't actually doing. And she starts to think, am I losing my mind? Is the trauma from watching my patient commit suicide in front of me affecting me? Or is there something else going on? And so she does some digging using the help of her ex-boyfriend detective and finds out that, yes, the patient she was seeing saw a suicide happen. But the person who committed suicide also saw a suicide happen. And the person who committed suicide then also saw someone else committed suicide. So there seems to be some sort of death chain going on, and it is up to her and her detective ex-boyfriend to figure things out before she becomes the next laughing victim of this situation. So let's get to those scores, shall we? Violence and gore. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. Honestly, it's a bloody movie. There's a lot of blood, but there isn't like a whole lot violence, but the violence that is there is pretty graphic and bloody, and also like there's some face tearing, some which I thought was pretty neat. So I'm gonna give that a 3 out of 5. Maybe a lot of it's more psychological violence. Yeah. Anyways, so moving on to shock value. Shock value is a 3 out of 5. This is a jump scare palooza type movie, and though I do enjoy jump scares, and I'm not one of those people who go, it's a cheap thing, it cheapens horror. No, it makes horror more fun. I mean, yeah, sure. If you don't like it, then you're probably not gonna like it. But I like to get that adrenaline rush, especially if it gets you good, especially if you don't see it coming. And so this one has quite a few moments. Some of them you see coming, some of them do genuinely get you, and it's great. So 3 out of 5. Moving on to plot, and I'm going to also give this a 3 out of 5, even though it seems it's original in some senses and also not. It does kind of feel familiar, this whole thing about this chain. It's been done with It Follows, The Ring, things like that where there is this sort of death chain. You have to figure out how to stop it. But I think the plot does a great job of establishing the psychological toll and the characters, and you really do feel for this woman, this doctor, and you really do want to pull for her. And so I think it does an effective job with that. But yes, it's not like super original. So anyways, 3 out of 5. Moving on to acting, 4 out of 5. Strongest thing in this movie, I think. A lot of people do a great job in this movie, especially the lead character. I think you feel her descent into this desperate madness, and so she does a real good job. The secondary characters do a great job, and it's pretty good overall. There are little issues here and there. But, like I said, overall, very good. 4 out of 5. Moving on to Nudity. And Nudity is, alas, modern horror movies. So, 0 out of 5. I mean, it just is what it is. Even though they did have a shower scene. But, anyways, 0 out of 5. Moving on to enjoyment factor, I'm giving this a 3.5 out of 5. I found the story interesting, the characters compelling, it's well acted, it looks nice. Maybe it looks too nice. The modern movies, it just looks so clean. Maybe would want a little bit more violence, a little bit more death. The final act is kind of uneven. So, but overall, I did enjoy it, and so the ending maybe not one of the strongest points of this movie, but like I said, overall I like it. 3.5 out of 5, and my overall impression is a 3.5 out of 5. A very solid movie. It is not a bad movie. It's good. It's on the cusp of greatness. It just needs to do a little bit more. It's interesting that there's going to be a sequel. We'll see what they do with the premise. Honestly, I think if they would have nailed the ending in this movie, in my opinion, it probably would have been higher up there. But overall, it's a worthwhile experience, and I definitely recommend you check out Smile. And especially if you like horror movies and psychological horror movies and the slow descent into madness type of horror movies, and you like jump scares and you like a good face tearing off, Smile's good for you. So, and that averages out to a 2.9 out of 5. Yes, see, they could have feasted a little bit more on some of those bonus points, but anyways, honestly, I am happy that modern movies do tend to not shy away from the blood and the gore, though this one definitely isn't as high body count as some others, but still, I appreciate it. So there you have it. Smile. And tell me what you think in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? Have you seen Smile? Tell me what you think about it. And as always, internet, stay scary. And of course, when you're going to go to a birthday party and you've been experiencing weird and strange things, and I know this is sort of like, toward the beginning of it, but I always seem to gravitate to gift bags because you can easily check and double check what you put in the gift bag before giving it to, let's say, a kid who may or may not be super traumatized by the dead thing inside it. Especially when you're going through some shit, man. It's like, you know what? Perhaps the gift bag. Because you always can, like, right before you even hand it, you can just kind of go, oh, okay, sure. I didn't hallucinate putting the real gift in there. Here you go, kid. By the way, I'm going to go away for a while because I'm losing my mind. But you have fun with that train set. Okay, there you go, little guy. All right, see ya. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Ah!